this brief 3-minute video, we're going to go over the instructions to assemble the ChadBunk twin full bunk bed. There are 4 total cartons to complete this bed, one being the slats, another is the upper and lower ends, and your rails and guards, and your ladder. Your hardware pack consists of 16 bolts for your rails, 4 medium-sized bolts for your ladder, 3 longer bolts that are going to be used for your outside guards, also wood screws and metal dowel pins. When you do your preload inspection, you want to open up your rail and guard carton and verify that your hardware is in fact there. You're going to start your assembly with your 2 lower ends and then the 2 rails. Just make sure that your front rail has the holes in it for the ladder to be mounted to. You'll start assembly taking one of the rails, aligning it with the notched end of the lower bunk end. You're going to start the bolts by hand first before using your drill so that you don't cross thread them. Again, make sure that you have the 2 holes in the front rail where the ladder is going to attach to. After you repeat the process on all 4 corners of tightening the bolts down, the bed will be sturdy enough to go ahead and start assembling the top bunk. Now getting started on the upper bunk. You take the 4 metal dowel pins and you put them in all 4 posts on each corner of the bed. Now you're going to take your 2 upper bed ends, slide them over the top of those metal dowel pins. Starting with the rear upper guard, you're going to align it into the notch as well. You're going to take the short bolts that already have the lock washers and washers on them. You're going to start them by hand first again. And then you're going to go ahead and use your drill to tighten those up. You're going to repeat the process on all 4 corners of the upper bunk. Then you're going to move to the outside of the bed where there's going to be 3 long bolts. They go through the bunk ends and into the top sides of the guards. At this point you can go ahead and tighten everything down. Now starting with the ladder, you use the 4 short bolts. Tighten that all the way down after you start them all by hand. And moving into the slats for the top, make sure that the slat is on the outside of that cleat block. And then you're going to go ahead and use the wood screws with the kit, tighten everything down using all the wood screws given with the kit. Now when you move to the lower slats, same thing as well here. You want to make sure the slats are on the outside of the blocks and the sides will hold it all into place. Also, the T-nuts that are on the one end of the slats, they have to be in the back side of the bed. This is where you're going to put the center supports. The reason they're in the back side of the bed is because when the customer purchases a trundle, that way the trundle slides all the way underneath. And with the bed completed, you want to have the customer come in the room and take a look at everything. Also give them the Allen key that comes with the bed and just inform them it's a good idea to go through it from time to time and just tighten everything down so nothing loosens up.